First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Right here, guys. Red, jump! Here we
go! Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now it's Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, a run with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On third down, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation with their first play. And pressure coming, and they got him one. Again.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
260, double right, 22.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Cohen. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now, if we've got that artificial surface, you see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose.
Alert, 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 alert. 180.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5 yards on the play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
18.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen, and he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. From the 39, Stafford buying time to his left. And he's got room. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps. And
they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. That's complete to the tight end, Broniker. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And an alley to run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
From the 31, Stafford caught by Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Let's make these big.
On first down, it's Stafford. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On first down, Stafford here. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Laquan Treadwell there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got it.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Open man is Galladay, complete. Touchdown, Detroit! Kenny Galladay, 41 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Are you looking forward?
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Back to throw. Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Once more, he was trying to get it to Kenny Galladay. And that'll bring up second down.
20. Exit.
Throwing again. Stafford. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The last play of the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Again, it's Stafford. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
And I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive in the third quarter. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's got Burton here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he's got Miller. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. From the gun, it's Trubisky. The quick slant caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll run forward, Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen taking it in as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 12, Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Stafford. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Back.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. Jones has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. Stafford now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the red zone now, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it out.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Middle. Tight ends on the Ringo. Even.
Here's Stafford. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
It's 2nd and 8 at the Lions' 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Trubisky to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Trey Flowers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Throwing now is Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Marvin Jones, the 40, past the 20, 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. That's fielded in the end zone. Hopping over the top. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it?
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on second down, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for two here. After the interception, here's Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Now a hit and a loose football. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
And now here's another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker.